Okay, so anyone who loves a good underdog story, you got to hear this. Forget those sports movies. We've got a real humdinger today, a deep dive. So wild, I keep checking my FM24 save file to make sure it's not like bugged or something.
Right. It's crazy when someone says Japanese soccer, you think J-League, right? Big names, all that. This is like the opposite, the underdog's underdog, and honestly, way more interesting.
I'm with you 100%. So we're talking about this YouTuber, WorkTheSpace, and his goal is to dominate the entire Japanese soccer system. But get this, he starts in the 5th tier. 5th. That's like playing on a potato farm for like a bag of chips a game.
Seriously. And that's what kept me glued to these videos is, can he actually take this team, Tokyo 23 FC, all the way to the Asian Champions League? I mean, come on.
It's bonkers. And when you realize how deep this rabbit hole goes, this isn't like those leagues with a nice pyramid structure. This is like English non-league, but add shrines, universities, and oh yeah, a manga creator just for kicks.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's J1, J2, J3. That's the pro side. Then boom, nine regional leagues. We're talking over 130 teams all fighting for just 2 promotion spots and winning your league. That's not even the whole story.
Wait, what? There's more. You're killing me.
Oh, yeah, there's more. Our YouTuber learned the hard way. So you've got regional playoffs right, and you face off against teams from different tiers. One video, it featured this team, Kuruidai High School. They win their whole league, champions right. Crushing the playoff, no promotion.
Get out of here. High school teams are that good. They lost to a high school team after winning their league. Brutal.
Welcome to Japanese soccer. And it just makes this YouTuber's challenge even more insane. Early on, Tokyo 23's rivals, some are university teams, others have guys who played on the Japan national team. This guy's working with a tiny budget, a squad that makes a potato salad look diverse.
Okay, hold on. Time out. For those of us who haven't experienced the joy of potato stats, break it down. What does that even mean in Football Manager?
Basically, imagine players whose in-game attributes are so low, it's almost funny. Like, they had one right back for the entire team at one point. It makes finding hidden gems so much more important.
So this isn't your average FM save then. We're talking true underdog story here, the kind we all secretly root for. So tell me about Tokyo 23 FC. Give me the tragic backstory, the reason this YouTuber's so invested.
So get this, this isn't even his first time managing this team. He tried in a previous save, almost got them promoted, then, well, virtual life happened. So this time, it's personal. 11 seasons they've been stuck in the 5th tier. 11. This is his redemption arc.
Okay, you have my attention. But 5th tier to Asian Champions League, that's like saying, I'm going to eat this microphone if he actually pulls it off. What are the early challenges he's facing?
Brutal. No other way to put it. Tiny budget, as we said.
Yeah.
One right back, sound familiar? And those rivals with former pros? Those guys aren't messing around. They're earning way more than Tokyo can even offer.
Ouch. So how does he turn things around? Is this save scumming magic or some actual strategy?
It's a mix. Smart tactics, finding those diamond-in-the-rough players, and, okay, maybe a little FM magic. But the tactics are really interesting. He starts experimenting, finds this counter-attacking 4-4-2 that uses, get this, wingers who are bad at dribbling.
Wait, what? Bad at dribbling? That's like, I don't even have a good analogy for how weird that is. How does that even work?
That's what I thought. But he explains it so well. It's about space, quick passes, using their strengths, which are apparently not running with a ball glued to their feet. And it works. Tokyo 23 starts climbing the leagues.
Okay, now I'm really hooked. From potato stats to tactical genius. This is why we deep dive, everyone. This is why. So we've got the tactics down, but let's be real. No team goes from potato stat heroes to like Champions League contenders without some serious talent. What kind of players is this guy working with?
That's what makes this so interesting. Early on, it really IS about those hidden gems. There's this one player, Toyasa. Seems like this guy carried the team in the early seasons way better than his stats said he should.
Oh, so like that one player you find in FM and suddenly they're your captain for life. Love that. Loyalty.
Exactly. But it's not just about that one-star player. As Tokyo 23 gets better, the YouTuber has to adapt too.
Yeah.
You can't win the J-League with a team full of Toyasas, right? Though that would be kind of hilarious.
No, that would be a story. But yeah, you need the right mix. The old pros, the young guys, the goal-scoring machines. Speaking of, did this potato-powered team actually find any of those?
Oh, for sure. A couple names come to mind. Tachiban and Sasaki started out pretty unknown, then boom, they're in the running for the Golden Boot in later seasons.
Right, the Golden Boot. That's the award for top scorer, yeah.
That's the one.
Just making sure everyone's following along. But wow, from 5th tier to outscoring the pros. What a glow-up. Did he say how he found these guys?
That's the cool part. It wasn't just scouting reports and stuff. He talks about really getting to know these players even though they're virtual. Like, figuring out their strengths, weaknesses, even their personalities. Almost like he was managing real people, not just pixels.
Now that's dedication. And speaking of real people, let's talk about the man behind the keyboard for a sec. One thing I noticed, he's obsessed with away games. Who knew those could be exciting in a video game?
Right. But this guy takes it to a whole other level. It's not just the match, it's the whole experience. He reviews every stadium, the area around it, even the food. He rates them.
I'm picturing TripAdvisor, but for like lower league Japanese soccer stadiums. Give me the good stuff. Tell me there are some gems.
Oh, there are. There's one stadium with a shrine, baseball fields, and a whole cute village nearby. Another one was right next to a huge baseball stadium, a theme park, an AD roller coaster.
Okay, hold up, stop. That's incredible. He's like uncovering hidden treasure, not just on the field, but in the whole country.
Exactly. And it has this whole other layer to it. You're not just watching someone play a game. You're like exploring Japan through lower league soccer. It's pretty awesome.
This is why I love deep dives, man. You just never know what you're going to find. But okay, let's not forget, this is still a story about ambition, about beating the odds. At some point, those potato stat superstars have to face the big leagues, right?
Did Tokyo 23 ever make it out of the lower divisions?
They did. And that's when things really get interesting. We'll dive into all that after this quick break.
All right, so we've got this team right. They went from like potato farmers to giant slayers. Now they're in J3, the big leagues. No more messing around.
And the pressure is on in. Remember those financial struggles from like the lower tiers? Well, J-League, that's a whole different ballgame. Stadium upgrades alone cost millions.
Millions. I guess those profits from selling veggie burgers at the ground aren't going to cut it, huh?
Not even close. Now he's got to attract real talent, and J-League players, even in J3, they want real money. It's a tough balancing act.
I bet those rival clubs with their fancy stadiums and fans who aren't just the players' moms, I bet they don't just roll over, do they? What's the competition like in J3? It's intense. He's up against teams with way bigger budgets, experienced players, actual tactical systems. Not just hoping their winger had a good breakfast burrito before the game.
Okay, first of all, ew. Second, yeah, it really puts it into perspective, doesn't it? This isn't just climbing a ladder. It's like switching ladders in the middle of the climb, but the new ladder's all wobbly and taller, and someone's throwing stuff at you.
Yeah, and still they hold their own. In the videos I saw, it's obvious he had to up his game. New tactics, tough decisions about players, that loyalty thing we talked about, that gets tested when you're trying to win in J3.
Okay, so what happened? Any big signings, sales, boardroom drama? Give me the good stuff.
No juicy gossip, sorry. But I has this constant tension, He talks about almost having to sell his best players just to stay afloat. He's got to scout for bargains, even while playing at a much higher level. It's a constant grind.
See, this is what I think is so fascinating. Most FM saves, you hit the top, you're basically set. But this Tokyo 23 the whole Champions League thing, that's still way off. How does that long-term pressure affect things?
That's the big question, and so far we only have a sneak peek. The videos we have, they end with Tokyo 23 fighting for promotion to J2. Oh, and they're still dealing with those goalkeeper injuries, by the way.
Yeah, not the goalkeepers again. It's cursed, I'm telling you.
Right. But even with all that, you see the growth, The YouTuber, his decisions are smarter, more strategic. He's not just reacting anymore. He's planning for the future, building something real.
So it really is a journey, huh? Not just winning the next game, but building something that lasts. That's pretty inspiring, even for someone like me who wouldn't know a 442 from a four-door sedan.
That's what I took away from it for sure. It shows you that even in a video game, even starting from nothing, ambition and a bit of luck can take you further than you ever thought possible.
And that, my friends, is why we deep dive. To hear these stories, these hidden gems, it reminds us that even when things seem impossible, well, maybe they aren't.
So next time you're feeling unsure, thinking your dreams are too big, remember Tokyo 23 FC. And who knows, maybe someday we'll be deep diving into their real-life story as they conquer the Asian Champions League. Stranger things have happened.
Stranger things indeed. But for those stories to happen, we need you out there exploring, discovering, diving deep into whatever gets you fired up. Until next time.